What's up YouTube? Welcome to Musty Yeti's Tactical HQ. Today's going to be a tabletop review of the new pistol I just purchased. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, you've already seen this picture, but you guys didn't know what caliber I chose to go with. I asked people on Facebook which caliber they preferred, and I think about 90% of them preferred the 9mm, and the other 10% like the 45. I was a little on the fence on which caliber I wanted, but I was favoriting one over the other. I did some thinking, and I picked the caliber that I think would work best for me. So let's turn this box around so we get this opened up, because they never have that facing the right way. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the Springfield XDs. I see this paperwork doesn't fall out. XDs, will it focus? 9mm. I decided to go with the 9mm because a pistol this small, recoil was a real concern of mine. Because it's small, it's hard to get a really nice purchase on this pistol. The biggest selling point to me was the higher round count with the 9mm. I'm always a fan of having more ammo than less. For you hardcore 45 guys, I'm sorry to let you down. This stuff's all personal preference, and 9mm is just what works for me. Someone on my Facebook page mentioned that I should go with the 9mm and get the Hornady Critical Defense ammunition for it. If you guys haven't looked into that ammo, I strongly suggest you do so. It's a very high quality round that offers even expansion through thick clothing like denim or leather. I think that ammo combined with this pistol makes a great personal defense weapon. I think I even saw a video on YouTube where they shot that Critical Defense from Hornady through sheetrock, glass, wood, a sheet of steel, and I think it was leather or denim, and the shortest penetration was 12 inches, the longest was 16, and all of them had even expansion of that hollow point through all those different materials. So that's really impressive. I get how it works, but my mind can't wrap around how it can go through a sheet of metal or a sheet of sheetrock or clothing and still have the same expansion. It just kind of baffles my mind. Well, enough about that. Let's just get back to the weapon. Again, we're looking at the Springfield XDs 9mm. I have to say on a side note, guys, for this gun being so small, it came in the biggest case I've ever seen. It's freaking crazy. In the case, you get the pistol, obviously. You get the paperwork behind it back there. Let me see if I can show you. No, it's not going to work. Okay. So you get the... center it again. You get the paperwork in the top of the case that has instruction how to break it down, the one shell they use to test fire it, stuff like that. You get an extra magazine. You get a holster for your pistol. You get a holster for your magazine. Now keep in mind, guys, these aren't high quality holsters, but they'll get the job done until you can find something else that works better for you. You also get inside the bag here, you get your gun lock and brush, and there's also an Allen key in there, and I think that's just for adjusting your holsters to get the tension right for you. The one really cool thing about the Springfield XDs is it includes two extra, hope that the glare isn't too bad, two extra fiber optics. Let's see if I can get it to glow here. Nope, no good. So anyway, two extra fiber optics. I'm not sure if you want to consider that a red or an orange, but you get the red or orange and a green. That's really cool because in case you break that front sight, you can replace it, or if you just want to change the color, you have the option to do that as well. While we're talking about optics, guys, let me know what you think in the comments of what you prefer, the red, the orange, whatever color that is, or the green. I wish I could show you, but looking at those optics just in my living room, the green looks like it's much brighter than the red. So I might be switching that out. I hear that's an easy thing to do. I'm always paranoid about screwing something up, but I might switch that red out for the green. The XDs also has the interchangeable backstrap here. I believe this is the smaller setting that it comes with. Your other one is right here, this little guy, and this is the bigger of the backstraps. Now I guess if you had big meaty paws, the bigger one might work better for you because it would fill up your handle a bit better and help you handle the recoil of the weapon. But you get the option there. If you want to change it out, you can. Let's get everything out of here, and we'll just have the pistol. I'll try to zoom in. Hopefully it doesn't get too blurry. Set that aside. And let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Cool. Okay. Alright, let's cover the specs on this thing first. The height is 4.4 inches. The length is 6.3 inches. And here is the huge selling point of the XDs pistol. Its width, this guy, is less than an inch. I believe it's actually 0.9 inches wide, which is crazy thin. I was goofing off, and the end of the XDS actually fits inside the mag well of my Glock 23. So that tells you how small, how thin this thing really is. The barrel, like it says on the slide, is 3.3 inches long. Obviously the slide is made of steel. The frame is made of polymer, like most of your pistols out there. The trigger pull, they say on their website, is between 5.5 and 7.7 pounds. It comes from the factory with a steel dovetail rear sight and a fiber optic front sight, which is really nice. Let's see if I can get this lined up for you guys. So it's a nice contrast. The color there, like I said, I think that green would look better up front than the red that it comes with. Here's the big reason I went with the 9mm instead of the 45. The XDS 9mm from the factory holds 7+1, and if you get the magazine extension, it's 9+1. I'm not too convinced on the magazine extension because it pretty much makes this thing a full-size pistol. Now when you guys are concealing it, this is the biggest dimension you have to worry about. Obviously width is a big one because it makes it more comfortable, but this is what's going to protrude from your shirt and show that you're carrying a gun. So, if you're taking it out to the range, maybe you're not concerned about that, you can do the extended magazine. I haven't tried it yet, so I really can't speak to whether I like it or not, but it's an option out there if you want to get a couple extra rounds. But the 9mm holds 2 more rounds than the 45 can hold, so that's a big selling point for me. It weighs in at about 23 ounces with the flush magazine, so it's going to weigh a little bit more. And I think I heard that the 9mm actually weighs more than the 45 caliber XDS because the barrel is thicker. So with the 45 caliber, they've removed more of the inside of the barrel, so the weight's down a little bit lower. This pistol has no external safety, but it does have a grip safety in the back and a trigger safety in the front. The XDS also has a loaded chamber indicator. Let's see if I can get that kind of show what you would see. If you guys are like me, you watch the, there you go, you can see it. You guys watch the Military Arms channel like I do, and he said he's experienced, I think, some false positive with the XDMs where they'll get dirty and gunky and they'll tell you that you have a round in the chamber when you don't. So don't bet your life on that thing. If you're out at the range, it might tell you if you have a round in the chamber, but if you're carrying this thing for self-defense, always visually check to see if you have that a round in the chamber. Don't trust that chamber indicator. It breaks down like your standard Springfield XDM. You simply lock the slide back with your slide stop. You rotate the takedown lever clockwise, and you slowly release the slide, letting it come forward. You pull the trigger, it comes apart, and that's about it. Now I think one of their safety measures that they do with the XDS that I don't know is the case with the XDM, but you have to have the magazine out to remove the slide. So that's one of their, like I said, their safety precautions there. Like I said before, you have your slide stop here. You have your mag release here. And guys, while we're on the mag release, I gotta say, without a doubt, this pistol shoots the magazines out with more force than any other pistol I have ever shot. These things fly out. Let me see if I can get this thing over here. You're probably not gonna get it on camera, but I mean, literally, they shoot out of here. I think if I even held this thing, let's see, almost upside down, it shoots out. I mean, this thing's got some serious force. Let's see if it'll, yeah, so it's pointed up, and it is blasting out of there. So like I said, this thing, there's going to be no confusion if you hit that mag release button that that magazine's going to come out of that pistol. There is a single Picatinny rail in the front if you want to attach a light, laser, or whatever you guys want to do. As you guys can see, the XDS has the same aggressive texturing as you're used to seeing on the XDM. Alright guys, that wraps up discussing the specs and the actual features of the XDS. Now let's just get into the grip of it. I have decently sized hands. Let me get this light out of the way so maybe there's not such a bad reflection here. I have decent sized hands. I don't have any crazy meaty paws like some of you guys out here. Just for a reference, I'll just give you guys a measurement of with my hand extended, how far it is from the base of my palm to the tip of my finger. And it is 7.5 inches. So I don't know if that's a big palm or a small palm. That's just my palm. This thing fits about that in my hand. I should go get the, let me go get my Glock, something to compare it to just so you guys can see the size. Alright, so here is my Glock 23. Now, I've got to do the safety check on these things, but if you guys know anything about pistols, the triggers are locked in the rearest position, so we know we're safe. So, as you can see, this thing is quite a bit smaller than my Glock 23. Let's see, the width, as you can see, there's quite a bit of difference there between the the Glock 23 and the Springfield XDS. You got the length. Let me see if I can get these. Get them on camera. Well, anyway, they're lined up right about there. There's the length difference. But yeah, so the XDS is definitely a much smaller pistol than even the Glock 23. So let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. So yeah, this thing fits in my hand pretty good. I gotta say it's pretty comfortable. I was really nervous about, let me zoom out here just a little bit. I was pretty nervous about my pinky falling down here. I can actually, if I really try, I can get my pinky up on the pistol grip there, so it's not that big a deal. But you know what, I actually don't mind having my pinky down at the bottom. I will say, because this thing's so small, I haven't actually shot a gun this small before. I have a tendency to want to put my thumb up a little bit higher because I'm used to a bigger pistol. So I'm going to have to go when I go shooting. Obviously I haven't shot this yet. I just bought this thing. That's just a review to show you guys that I got it. I'm not sure how it's going to shoot comfort-wise, but I'm going to have to work on keeping my thumb down because I don't know why. I just keep wanting to put it up. But it's pretty comfortable. It actually even has some texturing up here for those of you who like to get your finger up in the front of the trigger. But it's actually a pretty comfortable pistol for how small it is. I might try the bigger backstrap, see if that fills up my hand a little bit better, but it feels good. Magazine comes out. The trigger reset doesn't seem too bad. It seems like I've heard from the Military Arms channel that the trigger is a really good trigger, so I'm anxious to go out there and shoot this thing. But my first impressions, this thing is awesome. After I bought it, I could not stop opening the case up, picking this thing and holding it. So I'm looking for a holster out there for the XDS. So if you guys know of any really good holsters out there, I'm looking for inside the waistband, some Kydex maybe. Leave me a comment in the comment box below. Let me know if you know of a company that makes holsters for the XDS. Oh, and I guess I should say, if you guys do own the XDS 9mm or the XDS 45 caliber, they're the exact same dimensions. If you buy a holster for one, they'll fit in the other. So I guess if you guys know of a holster for the 45 XDS, let me know. That'll work too. But that's about it, guys. Great pistol so far. I'm looking to go shooting actually in a couple of days. So when I do that, I'll show you guys some video and do a little range report for you and let you know what I think. But I'm going to go out there and shoot the shit out of this thing because I want this to be, this is going to be my primary carry pistol from now on. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, insults, leave them in the comment box below. As usual, guys, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.